Hello friend, welcome to yet episode of Trulyludi. I hope you grabbed your cup of coffee, your wine glasses, or whatever it is that you want to unwind and actually start this conversation. How am I? I'm glad you asked. I'm doing well, everything is doing well, and I hope you're doing well. How are you? How's life? How's everything? Great. Okay, so what are we talking about? What is the topic of the conversation today? Debt. Yes, we are going to talk about debt. I'll talk about my experience with debt, and we'll talk about debt in general and my fear of debt. Yes, we'll talk about that. So for me, I got into debt during grad school. So what happened? I saved enough money to pay for this, like 3 semesters during grad school. At the end, my last semester in grad school, I actually had no money, and based on my immigration status at the time, I wasn't qualified for a loan. So therefore, I had a $13,000 credit card limit, and then I said, hey, I'm just gonna charge it to the credit card and figure it out. It's my last semester. I only had like the spring and summer semester, and I was done. So I decided this is exactly what I'm gonna do. Actually, no, it wasn't the spring and summer semester. It was the fall semester. It was a fall semester. It was the summer and fall semester, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna charge it to my credit card. You might ask yourself, well, you're charging your whole semester to your credit card? Yes, friend, I am, because I was like, I'm almost done, and I don't have a loan. And by that time, I already did 2 years of PA school, and I'm like, at this point, like, okay, to graduate, I need to just finish with this. So I called my credit card company. Actually, I told them, hey, I'm gonna make a big purchase on my credit card. I'm gonna renovate my room. I don't know why, if I told them the truth. I don't know. I just decided this is exactly what I'm gonna do. So I told them I'm doing a big renovation. I'm about to change my whole room, buy a new TV, new couch, new everything. And I wanna know if you guys are having any rewards or any special going on. And lo and behold, am I saying it right? Yeah. So they told me, yes, you qualify for a 12 months 0%, and you will be, any purchase made from today is not gonna be charged any interest. And I was like, yes. I was so happy, and they did that. I waited a week, and I was like, okay, looked at it, make sure everything was well, make sure my 0% was there. And I was like, I went on my school website, and I swapped my credit card, and boom, the bill was there. Little did I know, at this point in my mind, I calculated my credit card bill is usually like $35. I was like, okay, I have like some money in the bank. I have $500 in the bank. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pay $35 for like, I don't know, 6 months until I get a job after graduation, or like 8 months until I get a job after graduation. I was like, yeah, $35, I could make that tutoring after school and like still be able to pay it. First of all, friend, when you have a big credit card bill, your credit card, a monthly payment is 2% of that bill. So it's not $35. $35 is just like the generic when you have a low bill, but once you have a higher money, like it's 2%. And I think it was like, if I'm not mistaken, like $165 or $200 a month. And I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna pay $200 a month? Like, I don't have that. So I figured it out in terms of like, you know, I was tutoring on the side, and I was doing something until so I was able to pay that minimum payment. I was able to meet that minimum payment, because if I missed a minimum payment, you know what that is? Yeah, interest comes back. So yeah, this is the story how I racked up to like $12,000 and some change in credit card bill. So mind you, I'm afraid of that. I am scared of that. Why? Because of around me, I always see that debt prevent people to live their best life. You're always paying debt, and you feel like you're giving money towards the debt and nothing is happening. So that was my experience with seeing people with debt. And I also had friends with debt who always complain about it, who feel like they want to do this, they want to do that, but because they have this huge amount of debt, they weren't able to do it. And So my philosophy was like, okay, debt is bad. I'm not trying to have debt, and I have this debt, then I'm in a bad position. I automatically said it to myself, like, I am in a bad position because I have this debt. I was so afraid of it, and I said I wrote it down. I said, the moment I get a job, I'm keeping my first paycheck, but every paycheck after that is towards this debt. I'm keeping the paycheck just to eat and be able to help my family pay off this debt in the fastest amount of time. I wasn't even thinking about investing, even though I know it's possible, but I like, now I know better, I probably would do better. But at this time I was like, no investment, no savings, just $500 here if I needed, because I was living with family at that time too. So that's how I was very anxious of it. I was very anxious. Every time I would see the credit card bill, it's just like my heart would sink, like, oh my God. And so how do you deal with that? How do you deal, what was the good thing that I did, even though like it was a little bit drastic? What was the good thing that I did to kind of like tackle this debt? Is I knew the step that I had to take to pay it off. I knew how much I owe, and once I got a job, which was like approximately like 8 months after I graduated, passed the boards, and like got a job, and I wrote down how much money, once I started getting paid, I saw my first paycheck and I saw how much money I owed, and I said I planned it out. I say exactly on this date, I know it was January or February 2020, yeah. So I was like, on January, or I think let's say January. In January 2020, at the exact date, because it was gonna be one of the days that I got paid, I will pay my last bill towards this credit card. And that's exactly every time I would get paid from the time I got a job, which was like July, until January, everything was just going towards that credit card. Not thinking of it. Yeah, I'll leave some money, $50 here and there, $100 here and there, to like, get myself some new thing. I got a job now, but it was towards this debt, because I wanted to take this overwhelmed feeling of hopelessness that seeing the debt gave me. There's two ways that people use to pay off debt. My way, I don't know how you would call it. I was just like throwing everything out here, but I was in the position to do it. But what if you're not in the position to do it? What if you still have your own life? You still have rent, you still have your bills, you still have everything going on. What do you do? How do you tackle that? One thing they recommend is to tackle debt towards the high interest bill. The bill with the higher interest, you start with that and you start paying that off. And then once you're done with that, you continue with you go so on and so forth with the next. And another way to pay off debt is you choose the lowest, like the debt that is the lowest. Like, let's say you have $100 and the other one you had like $700. So you would put more towards the $100 until you pay that off. So because you're able to pay that off faster, and once you're done with that, you go to the $700 bill and you tackle it, you focus on it. But the main thing about paying debt is consistency. Consistency is key. Consistency is key in everything in life. I feel like people should just staple consistency somewhere around them, because it's not about doing it right, but being consistent with what you're doing. And if you're consistent with what you're doing, you could see what worked and what didn't work, and how can you change to be better. You could do, and to find avenues to increase your income. So I remember I told you when I had this debt, I thought I was gonna pay like $35 a month, and then I ended up paying like 2% of the whole amount. And I decided, when I'm free, when I was free during the summer, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do event planning, which I got paid for. So increase your income through different ways. There's Uber Eats, Instacart, online survey, and other small little things that you can do. Sell certain things that you have online to kind of have some more money to put towards that debt. And very important, be compassionate to yourself. Be very nice to yourself. Talk to yourself as if you were gonna talk to a friend. Like, if a friend came to you with your problem, what would you say? Be that person for you, because now you know better, friend. You will do better. Now you see how things can be done. Now you're gonna do things for yourself to be in a much better place. And again, I'm gonna repeat that. Plan out your debt. Plan out your debt payment. repayment. Plan out your debt repayment, because once you have a due date and then you're working towards the due date, it's easier for you to see the progress. And if you know you feel like you're dropping money towards the debt and you're not seeing any progress, use one of those debt repayment sheets where you can draw, where you could see your progress. I have one on my website. You could go on Trulyludi, and it's the link is in the description below. Use something like that to kind of help you, to give you that positive reinforcement that you see you're making good step towards that debt. And always remember that you are not alone. Anything that you're going through, you're not alone. You have people around you that love you, and you have a lot of people on the internet giving great advice, and you have people everywhere, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the library, that are giving great advice. So find something that works for you to learn the necessary tools that you need to tackle whatever debt it is that you have. And use a planner. I'm selling a planner, Trulyludi planner. Link is in the description below, to kind of plan out your year, to while you're paying debt, to be able to do other things, to be able to focus on other things, and also for you to see the good thing in your consistency. And you'll be proud of yourself, friend. You will be proud of yourself. Again, thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Remember, always stay truly you.